class we have discussed about tuples. So now we have to understand one more topic with respect to your Python application programming, that is regular expressions. Basically here we will understand first the definition of a regular expression and why we have to make use of a regular expression, right? So if we take this particular concept, you are studying in one more subject, which is your system software and compiler design. So there you are having SS and OS lab also. So in system software we oftenly use these regular expressions, right? So we are able to make use of these kind of regular expressions, that is in Lex. Okay, so here if we go on understanding the definition of a regular expression, right, basically we will make use of regular expression, that is to describe what? A token. It is to describe a token. What is a token means? It's a smallest individual unit, smallest individual unit in a program. Unit in a program. Okay. So that's about your token. And if we take into the activity, right, you have keywords. There are different types of tokens, right? So if we take the types of tokens, right, so you may find keywords here which has specific or different meaning which cannot be altered by the user. Next we have identifiers, that is also one kind of a token. So identifier, and then we have one more which is called as constants. So that is also an identifier, and we have one kind of operators, that is also one kind of an identifier, right? And we have one kind of strings, that is also one kind of an that is also one kind of a token, and at last we have special symbols. So these are some of the tokens that we come across with respect to programming languages, right? So here also we are able to make use of these kind of regular expressions, that is to describe what? Tokens. What is a token? Smallest individual unit in a program. So that is referred to as a token, right? So with this particular introduction we will go on understanding how exactly we can make use of regular expressions, that is while writing one kind of program with respect to Python. Okay, so here this is the actual definition that is especially used to describe what? Token. What is a token means? Smallest individual unit in a program, that is referred to as a token. There are different types of tokens. You may find keywords, identifiers, constants, and operators, strings, and last special symbols. Okay, so now here why exactly we have to make use of these kind of regular expressions? That is especially used for extracting, right? Extractions, right? So basically here we may go on what using such kind of one kind of regular expressions, that is for extractions. It may be strings, it may be anything, right? Or it may, you may go on what saying, or you may go on what finding, that is called searching. You may go on what finding here, searching. If you want to search a desired amount of, perform a searching activity, then we can make use of regular expressions. And it is also used for parsing strings. It's also used for parsing strings. So you have come across that how exactly we are able to parse the strings. So desired amount of text which is needed from a given particular file, you may go on what using here regular expressions, right? So how exactly we can make use of regular expressions, that we will understand in the later part of the things, or the later part of the sessions. So now here it actually used for extracting some amount of text, searching a desired amount of text in a desired amount of searching one kind of an activity towards in a particular desired amount of pattern in a text, and then passing the given strings. And it's also make use of for doing or performing one kind of an activity which is called as pattern matching. We are able to say it as pattern matching. So pattern matching means it searches while performing one kind of search, right? It finds a particular the pattern, so that the particular activity we may call it as pattern matching, right? So these are about the basics with respect to regular expressions. So first we understood about why we have to, what is regular expression? Regular expression is especially used for describing a token. So then we defined what is a token. It is the smallest individual unit in a program. Fine. Next, there are different types of tokens. You may find a keywords, you may find identifiers, and you have one kind of constants, right? So main plenty, there are 6 different tokens that you may find. And why we have to make use of regular expressions, that is in a Python program, is to extract something in a given text or from a file, searching desired amount of pattern in a text, and passing the given strings. To do these kind of activities, we have to make use of regular expressions, right? Fine. Now we will go for, so to write or to use one kind of regular expression, we have to make use of meta characters. So that is very important. Some of the characters we will use in regular expressions. So what exactly they are means, we will use some meta characters. What exactly a meta character is? We have some specific characters that may be used for performing desired amount of activity. For example, here if I may use a star. What exactly the meaning of a star? 0 or more occurrence. It may be 0 or more occurrences. So that is referred to as, here we are able to make use of a star. And then we may make use here plus. Plus is 1 or more occurrences. 1 or more occurrences means at least one occurrence that should be there. So it is we are able to make use of here plus, and then we may make use of one kind of an activity, that is we may use here, that is character class, that is square brackets. This is a character class. If anything, something need to be defined, so that is with respect to a token, then you may go on defining in the square bracket. That is character class, will be said, right? And then you have dot, which matches a single character, right? And then we are able to make use of many different characters we may use, question mark, and then \n, so \, forward slash, anything. So some plenty of meta characters that will be there, and each meta character will have a specific meaning, right? So I have listed some of the things, right? So now by making use of these meta characters, we can write regular expressions. Don't be confused, right? So this itself is not regular expression. So by making use of these meta characters, we may write a regular expression. So how exactly we may write? By making use of these things. Let us say I want to go on listing, or my program has to recognize the number of characters. Then number of characters will be from A to Z, right? So it will be from A to Z. So if I write here, if I take one capital letters, then it will be capital letter A and then capital letter Z, right? So my program need to recognize this, and then what exactly it has to recognize along that capital letter, it has to go on listing or recognizing here the small letter characters also, that is from A to Z, and these to be enclosed in square bracket. These to be enclosed in the square bracket. This becomes a character class. Now what I have to do here, then for desired amount of match, if I want to find, if the interpreter or the compiler need to find, right, I can make use of these meta characters. If I use here a star, then it becomes this may or may not. That means 0 or more occurrences. Okay, 0 or more occurrences. And I may make use of here is let us say here I want to go on finding whether it is number. So I will go on using 0 to 9, and then I will say here plus. So if I write this becomes a regular expression. So be clear that, so this becomes a regular expression when any activity will become a regular expression only when we make use of these meta characters for recognizing something. That itself we may say it as a regular expression. So by making use of these things, right, we may write some amount of programs. We may do certain amount of what programs. So how exactly we can make use of these regular expressions that is in Python programs, that we will see now. Okay, that we will understand, and then we will write small programs, right? That is especially for performing desired amount of activity. So let us say here. So I'll write a program. I'll perform here searching. Search for lines that contain from. Okay. So if I want to write a program, so write a program to search for lines that consists of first, the first particular word which is called from. So I need to make use of here one importing a library. So I will write here import, and then I will write here RE. RE means regular expression. RE means regular expressions. And one thing that we will assume such that we are extracting any text that is from a file. So here I can make use of a file which is called as abc.txt. I will say here abc.txt. And then it may consisting of some amount of lines. Let us say here I am in AIT. Okay, one thing. And from Monday college will start. Okay, and then I have I am in CKM from July exam starts. So these are the four sentences that you may find in a particular file, which I will say abc.txt. Now what you have to do, you need to recognize, that is fetch the amount of information which are being stored in a file, right? Contents which are being stored in a file. So what I will do, I will make use of a regular expression, or I will make use of here a handler. So I will say HAND is equal to open of, within single inverted quotation you have to give abc.txt. You have to give abc.txt. Now what you have to do, you have to go on extracting the line. So what I will say, for line in handler is the HAND, for line in handler. So what I will do, if there are unnecessary spaces, what I will use here, R strip. Some extra spaces that are being given in a file, then I can make use of a method which may be used in a Python program. So that is called R strip. Okay. So that is updated to the line itself. Next, what I have to give, I need to search. So I will make use of here if. Okay. I will say here RE, that is the imported library, RE dot SEARCH, RE dot search. Okay. So I need to go on extracting the line which contain from. So here I have to give RE dot search, and then I have to give from, and then here I have to go on giving a particular variable that I have to give, that is called as line, right? And then I have to give colon. If this the content, or if this any particular line which starts from or which contain one particular which contain one particular word, that is called FROM. So if this any line, if it contains a word, then that need to be printed. So what I will do here, I will give print, and then I will give lin. What it will do, it will go on. First we have written import RE, Of course, regular expression need to be imported. It's a library. So I'm opening a file. HAND, it's a handler. You may give a hand, that is also correct. OPENE is a method. abc.txt we have already stored, right? So that file need to be opened here. Next, for line, right? Line is the index in F hand. Okay, F hand or hand, HAND. First I need to remove the unnecessary spaces which contained in a file. So I am using here line is equal to line dot r script. Fine. Then I have to perform re dot search. Wherever it should not start only with respect to from. If it contain any particular, right, any particular any particular word which starts or which any line which contains a word FROM, that line needs to be printed here. So that is my intention. So what I am giving here, FROM. If you are interested in, that is, let us say, extracting or search for the lines that contain in. So what you have to give here, IN. You have to give IN. You have to give IN. Is that clear? So that is how you have to go on making one kind of the context. And if that particular thing that may be in capital letter or uppercase or in lower case, right, you can make use of line is equal to line dot lower. You can call a method. Line is equal to line dot lower, you may say. So if you do that, then definitely every line that will be converted into lower case. You may say UPPER upper. So before searching or before making any activity here, you may go on using any method. That is the user's choice. Here I have given FROM. So this is one small program that is to extract the line which contains a word that is FROM. That is one kind of, that is one particular the input, or it contains one kind of word that is FROM, right? So this is what the program. Now what I am interested now here is the program may be you are able to go on understand, and it may be you are going on making any particular activity. Now here the same program, okay. So let us say I'll make some modification here. Right? So what in the previous program, in the first program itself, I am interested in making, I'll make here college will start from Monday. I'm making here a small change for this program. So what I have done, college will start from Monday. So here from is in the middle. From is not the beginning line. So from is not the beginning word. So it is a line which contains what, FROM. So here it contains FROM. So I am interested in extracting that. Okay. So here what I am exam starts. Here also I will make small modification. Exam starts from July. Exam starts from July. Okay. So this is what the sentence. So if I am interested in a line which contains a word FROM, then you may give here FROM. Okay. So this is whenever in a line you may find a word which is called FROM. Right. Now so the same program which may be modified, which begins with one kind of a word which is called FROM. So at that point of time, you may modify the same. You may go on using the same particular the same particular input, or I'll make small changes here. Let us say I am making small changes here. So I am from Monday. Okay. College starts. Okay. And then from July, exam starts. So here the input is modified as as per the requirement of the user. So I am interested in, so here it searches for a word FROM in a line. Now what I am doing here, I need to search a line which starts with a word FROM. Is that clear? So that is what the thing. So now here search for lines that contain, that starts with FROM. So I am interested in extracting the information from a file which starts with what FROM. So here you have to give, everything will remain the same, just a small modification. What you need to do, I'll go on what making use of here a cap. I have to make use of a cap. So which starts with FROM, okay. So if any desired amount of, if I am searching for lines that starts with from, I have to give a cap symbol. What exactly you have to do? You have to go on what, using here, searching a desired amount of, the word which starts with FROM, right? So this is also you can do. Or else here, instead of using here re.search, you can make use of an alternative here. Here you may use if re dot starts with, and then you may give here FROM, and then you have to go on what, finding here line, and then you may say here print line. So that is also a method, right? We have come across, that is as and when we are understanding what one particular lists, right? So there we are making use of one kind of we are making use of a method which is called starts with. So here also you can make use, or else you may simply use here re.search, and then you may go on what, using a cap which matches the text which begins from FROM. So this is how you have to go on doing some small amount of the extractions as and when that is present with respect to what, one kind of a file. So if any desired amount of information need to be extracted, you may make use of a regular expression. Okay, so this is how you can do. Next, we have to go on what, understanding character matching in regular expressions. We have to go on what, understanding character matching. We have to go on understanding here character matching in regular expressions. Okay, so here character matching, how the character will be matched. I'll keep as it is the same. This file as the same. Okay, I'll not make any modifications. So we will see how exactly the characters that will be identified, right? So here, just while giving or while extracting certain things, so you will make small modification with respect to your this one re.search. So here itself we will make modifications. What modifications we have to do? Which starts with, okay, and here you may go on what, making an activity towards using anything. Let us say I'll make some modification to this file. I'll make this modification. I'll make a small modification. abc.txt. I'll make small modifications, right? So if the desired amount of line which starts with from, you can give here. You can give this, that is cap and FROM. Let us say I am interested in extracting the which matches a single character, okay, and then here I may go on what, finding here one or more occurrences, and then I may go on what, saying here using one kind of a character, that is @ symbol. For example, I will take one simple example. Let us say here I am giving here from, I am giving here from, and then I am giving this one AIT dot ckm, AIT ckm, okay, and then at, right, I will give AIT ckm at I'll say AIT ckm dot in. I'll give AIT ckm dot in. Okay, so this is my file, or else simply I will make one small this one. So from, and then I may give here AIT ckm at AIT dot in. I will give AIT ckm at AIT dot in. Okay, let us say I am interested in extracting only the sentence, or the sentence which starts with from and which makes use of one particular dot, and then I have to make some extraction with respect to at the rate, right? So if that is the case, right, which starts and have an at symbol, so if that is any at the rate symbol, then ultimately that need to be extracted. So here I have given from AIT ckm at AIT dot in. So this is the case. Here what I am interested in means extracting the whole. So here I need to give for the same program, right? I am making small modifications here. From, this is not enough. What you have to give, cap FROM, fine. Now here I am giving one particular thing, that is which matches a dot, absolutely correct, which matches a dot, right? And then what it has to find, it has to go on what, having one or more occurrences. That means here plus you may have if the statement is lengthy enough, right? So if it contains one or more occurrences, you have to go on what, using here one kind of plus, and followed by it contains one kind of a special symbol which is called at the rate. If this is the case, so what I have to do, I have to print that line, right? So ultimately, if I take this example, so it becomes here from, right, and then AIT ckm at AIT dot in, at AIT dot. So if you are interested in extracting this, so ultimately it results, or which starts with one kind of FROM, and followed by it searches for AIT ckm at AIT dot in. So this is what the things. Now if I am interested only in extracting the desired amount of match, desired amount of information, right? So at that point of time, you may go on what, extracting, you may go on what, giving here. If it starts with one kind of at, then it need to be extracted at that point of time. Here also you may give here, instead of this, let us say I am searching for a desired amount of word which starts with FROM. Now I can make a small modification here. I will make here, what exactly I will make, let us say I want to search the word which starts with at the rate, okay, and it contains one kind of which starts with at the rate, and it contains here a dot, okay, it contains one kind of a dot, and desired amount of activity that you may do here, right? So it is nothing but all the characters, that is especially you can make use of plus, one or more occurrences, but here only you have one occurrence. So desired and matches a single character, that is dot. So cap at the rate and then dot you may use, that is to extract the desired amount of the information. Then you may say here that is you may go on what, giving one kind of a comma, and then you have to give line. If you give that, so it extracts only after the at the rate symbol. That means here it will go on what, printing here AIT dot in. It prints AIT dot in. It extracts or it prints the information which starts with at the rate. Okay, so this is what the context that you are able to find, right? And we are able to go on what finding or retrieving or getting one kind of the context towards if the desired, if any particular word which contains or which starts with FROM, okay. So if that is starts with FROM, you have to give here cap and then FROM, and which contains at sign, which contains at symbol. So at that point of time you may give here from, and then you have to give which matches a single character, that is matches a single character dot, and then plus it may one or more occurrence, and it contains at the rate symbol. That is, I am going for searching which a line which starts from FROM and it contains, it have an at the rate symbol, at sign. So ultimately I am going for listing that. So you may give here AI, that is one kind of from, that is colon dot plus at and LIN. So at that point of time it prints here from AITCKM at AIT.in. Why? Because it contains at symbol, right? So this is how you can go on extracting the extracting the information or a character matching that you may find, you may do in regular expressions. Right? So the same thing that you may do with respect to the regular expressions. So this is extracting the character matching that is in regular expressions, and still we have to understand extracting data using regular expressions, how exactly we can extract the data, and we have to go on what understanding combining searching and extracting, and at last we have to understand the escape character. So all these things that we have to understand in the rest of the in the future classes. So this is how in this class we have understood about what is regular expressions, purpose of using regular expressions, which meta characters used for regular expressions. Then we understood that we have written a small program how to perform import one kind of a regular expressions and how to do the things fine. And then we have understood about how to make use of a regular expression, that is a library for extracting or for searching, for doing character matching with the help of re.search. Search is a method, and it contains, if it contains a word that is FROM, you can make use of you can give FROM, right? If anywhere if it finds from, it extracts. So that is one thing. So now in this program we have, if it starts from FROM and it has one kind of at the rate symbol, then it need to list out. So this is a small program. So this is character matching in regular expressions, right? So extracting data using regular expressions, so that we will understand in the next class. Thank you.